Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna to all the dear friends. So today I'm going to discuss about something that which is very common and is experienced by many of us. So I would come directly to the point. Do you also feel that life is very boring? Because you know boredom is such a universal experience that a lot of things have been, no, I'm not getting the correct phrase. A lot much has been written about this in psychology books, and a lot much is being explained in various philosophies, that why do we feel bored in life. So please tell me that do you also experience boredom in life? Do you also feel that whatever you do or whatever you think will be interesting, but in the end you also end up being bored of it? Boredom or monotony or feeling monotonous. So, are these things, do you also experience? Well, of course, when there is a situation of crisis in life, that we all have, I'm sure we all have had the experience of crisis. Well, that is not the time to feel bored, because during the crisis we are in a different kind of mode. We are probably in fighting mode or survival mode. So that is the time that this phenomena of monotony or boredom does not come to us. And also for people who are, I think, struggling with very basic needs, and who really find it difficult to meet their ends on day-to-day basis. For example, the people who have problem of arrangement of daily food and shelter and clothing and all that. So for them also, I don't think that they get the time to feel bored. But for most of us, we have the arrangements to deal with the basic needs, and most of us are kind of trapped in a routine on daily basis. We are just living the same life every day, and there's nothing interesting or to say exciting, or to say we do not really wake up and look up to the day in an exciting manner. Like for example, if you have a plan on a trip, or when we were children, if suppose the next day there is going to be picnic, so you know what an excitement that used to be. And we would wake up early and just look forward towards a day. So it was that kind of experience was not a boring one. And now also, even if we have become adults, so if we are going to visit some interesting place, or going out of town, or going on a trip, I'm just giving an example, because I find these things interesting. Maybe there are also other things that are interesting. Maybe there is a function in a maybe you are going to attend a function at some relatives place or friends place, or maybe there is going to be some big event or interesting event in your own house or in your office itself. So that time you don't feel boring. But usually these things do not happen on daily basis, or I'm still struggling with my throat. So these things do not really happen on daily basis, or they do not really happen even weekly also. So but what about the rest of the days, when we have to deal with this daily life, getting up and getting ready for the place to go to work, or preparing children to send them to school, and then to take them back from school, or just eating the same kind of food every day, watching same television, same kind of songs and news every day, nothing new, nothing interesting, and then just going having dinner and go to sleep and then wake up next day, do the same things. Wow, it's such a boring life. And I think that many of you will agree to me with me that we are actually leading a very boring life. So why is it boring or monotonous? Because I think the most of us are actually leading a life which is quite safe and secure in terms of the needs, the survival needs that used to be sometimes ago, or in past, probably thousands of years ago, that used to be a challenge day by day. Just imagine people living in forest, or primitive people that we studied in books, early man, that is referred to, primitive man is referred to as early man also. So just imagine their lives, not much of any luxuries they would be having that time. No safety measures as such, no electricity, no mobiles, no television, no safe houses. Of course, I think they used to live in caves, as we are told in the books. But yes, the food was not easily available to them, or they had a risk of life due to wild animals, and then they had to also go out in search of food, and that time also there was a huge risk to to their lives. And it was also not certain that if they have gone out in search of food, they would be actually succeeding to find out the food. So these situations, I think they must be good enough to not make anyone feel bored of life or feel monotonous about life. But then, slowly or gradually, man evolved, and man searched or found ways to make life more secure, more safe and protective. And as the years passed, after thousands of years, now we are having a life. Although I would not say that we are living in a safe times, because anything can happen anytime. But yes, we do not actually face the threats or dangers on daily basis, and there is no as such struggle for having food or other things. So I think, and we do not really have so many challenges also. Of course, we have challenges in our own way, but not those kind of challenges that we have to deal with on daily basis. So all these things, I think, make life very routine kind of. And I would also want to say, the kind of jobs or kind of work we do, that is also does not add any flavor to our life. For example, most of us are doing jobs, 9 to 5 jobs, whether they are private or government sector, or we are people are having shops, they are doing business, same kind of thing to do every day. So definitely the boredom is bound to occur, because human being and human brain is not really made to do things, same things on daily basis. That will definitely bring a lot of boredom in the life. And if you look in Indian culture, right from the whole year, right from the day one of the starting of the year and to the end of the year, I noticed this even as a child, that there are a lot of events in Indian culture, a lot of festivals, small or big, a lot of events are there. you know According to the season in the year, or according to the crop season, or various kind of factors that have really played a role in deciding that what kind of festivals would be celebrated throughout the year. So I think these things were also designed to just deal with the boredom of the life, because this monotony or boredom is such a big issue of life that it definitely needs to be dealt with some really serious or thoughtful psychology. This is a big issue. So I hope I made some point. I hope listening to this you connected at some point, because yes, boredom is something big that we deal, and it is because of this same reason, this boredom, feeling boring, that this social media, people fall to social media. They keep scrolling WhatsApp and Facebook just for no reason, or Instagram, watching watching YouTube videos, which are also, in the end, they just also become boring. Watch a lot of motivational videos in search of some meaning to life. Then they watch cricket matches and movies, and a lot of stuff, which is just unproductive and unnecessary, just to deal with their boredom. So, well, I am also a victim of this boredom. But if I would want to think, what is the solution to this, I think probably engaging yourself in some creative work, or just to find something creative, or just to find some meaning to life, like just find some goal. Do not target some impossible things, because they only demoralize you. But yes, do make a goal which you think that is reachable if you try. Not a very simple one, because that will again bring boredom to your life. Make a goal which would require effort from your part, but yes, that goal must seem somewhat possible also, because then only you would be motivated enough to work for that. So that is how I think the boredom could be solved. I have also yet not solved this problem in my life, but I will try to. So thank you for listening. My voice was not up to the mark, because I still am struggling with my throat, and this also brings a lot of lethargy to my body and whole body language. The kind of voice or the kind of energy that I am having is not totally healthy one. Yes, there is a hint of some sickness, which I also feel these days. But anyways, this is not something too big to do, this practice thing, and it does not really require some very serious amount of energy. And of course, I like to do it. So thank you for listening to me, and do keep practicing. Take care. Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.